All right, I'm back. What did I miss? Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm your beautiful host, Young Buffett, and in today's video, we're going to talk about what happened to CLOV today, what people are talking about, what the dark pool data looks like, what the max pain looks like. We are also pennies away from something very interesting happening, and we have some short interest data. We'll take a look at options. We have a lot to cover, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into it. So, Ape Wisdom covers Wall Street Bets, Wall Street Bets New, Wall Street Bets Elite, stocks, stock market, investing, SPACs, options, and day trading subreddits. This website tracks the most talked about stocks on Reddit in the past 24 hours. Number one being SPY, with over 639 mentions. People are about 58% positive about it. So it's kind of up in the air, but SPY's been killing it. So we'll see how that plays out. GameStop, number 2, picking up a lot of momentum here. Alibaba, number 3, and AMC, number 4. Look who it is. CLOV, number 5. Jumping from number 12 to number 5. People are back on it. People are talking about it again. Keep in mind, something I want to bring up, I haven't really brought up in other videos, but I've kind of alluded to it. GameStop and AMC tend to be number 1 and number 2 of the most talked about meme stock, right? And CLOV does fall under that category. Now, a lot of people say that CLOV is not a meme stock. Although I do agree, technically speaking, it is a meme stock because people are talking about it, because analysts have put it into a meme basket. Now, it is a very, very legit company. I'm sure we can all agree on that. It has a lot of growth potential. It is a hyper growth company, and they long-term will be fantastic. However, it does fall under the meme basket because of the way it is shorted, because of the way that people talk about it, and because of all of the hype around it. It does fall into that basket. Now, why is that important? Because when it is placed in a basket like that, you can think of it as an ETF. If we think of the meme stocks, when I say meme stock, you can think of that as an ETF. For example, the S&P 500, the SPY, that is essentially an ETF that holds those 500 stocks. You can take a look at ARK Investment, Cathie Woods. She owns ARK, and they have multiple ETFs that own different companies, and they allocate their funds over across the board to all of these other companies that they think are successful, right? Now, the meme stock basket, analysts review that, but more importantly, traders trade off of that. For example, if GameStop pops off, that is good for AMC, and that is also good for CLOV. That is also good for things like Sophie. That is also good for things like BlackBerry, for Virgin Galactic. Take a look at their charts, and you can also tell that they move very similarly. Computers recognize this, and a lot of trading is done automatically through different AI, through different algorithms. So it is important to understand that while, yes, it is a meme stock, and it is a legit company, it is good that GameStop and AMC are consistently being talked about. There's a huge push to get these two stocks to stop being manipulated, and CLOV is along for the ride as well. And I like that. It makes it fun, makes it interesting. It's a legit company with a hint of meme. I'll take it. Nearby words include puts. That's great. Up, shit, calls, SPY, next, like, buy, more, still, GME, bag, holding, time, PTRA. Overall public sentiment is 63% positive sentiment. I don't really care. Overall mentions being 246 is what I care about. People are talking about it. It is picking back up, which is great. I like to take a look at a visual representation of what people are talking about, and I can do that here on Swaggy Stocks. So Swaggy Stocks covers Wall Street Bets ticker sentiment. Number one is BABA because of a lot of China drama. However, the China stocks have been bouncing back. A word of caution, actually a disclaimer before the word of caution. Nothing in this video should be taken as a financial advice or a recommendation to buy or sell any type of security or investment. This is all just me documenting my journey here, okay? This is all educational with a little bit of hint of entertainment here and there if you think so. But BABA and all of the other China stocks, I personally think are just super sketchy. So I'm staying away. I'm watching it. It's interesting, but I'm good. Then we got CLOV. CLOV is number 2 now. So for the past couple of days, for the past week, maybe it was like way over here, but CLOV is picking back up. See, this is what I'm talking about, that visual representation of the comment volume with positive and negative sentiment. It does seem split pretty kind of almost evenly, but not really. But overall positive sentiment. I like to scroll down here. I click on CLOV. Look at that. So it's deviating from it. Let's see who catches up to who. The comment volume is picking up, as you can tell by this blue line right here. The stock price is picking up, as you can tell by this beige line right here. So overall, they're getting a lot of momentum. Overall, I'm very excited about that. And overall, let's see how it plays out. A little bit later in this video, we're going to talk about some technicals and stuff that I saw on Reddit that I think is very, very interesting. Swaggy Stocks also has a max pain indicator. So max pain, if you don't know, which if you don't know by now, go watch all of my other videos because I explain it a million times. Don't forget to subscribe because you love me. But max pain is the stock price, the strike price, the price. This is the price that will cause the most amount of pain, as the name suggests. And by pain, I mean for the people who are buying puts and calls, okay? If you are buying calls, if you buy the 17, the 16, the 15, the 14, the 13, the 12, the 11, the 10, the 9.5, the 9, if you are buying out of the money calls that are not in the money, calls that are more expensive than what the stock price is now, you want the stock price to move up and get to your strike price. If you bought the 12, you want it to go to 12, right? And you pay a premium for that, okay? Who did you pay a premium to? Market makers, hedge funds, people who are shorting the company, people who are hedging their investments. For every call that you buy, you need 100 shares sold to you, essentially. You are promising, I will buy 100 shares at $11. So every time somebody sells you one, that means they own 100 shares. Now, they don't want to give up their 100 shares. They want to collect that premium, and they want your contract to expire worthless. If CLOV closes at 9 by the end of the week, you know what happens? All of these contracts expire out of the money. Everyone who bought all of these contracts will lose all of the money that they spent on those contracts. And the people who sold them those contracts will walk away winners. Now, with a stock so manipulated, with a stock so controlled like CLOV, like AMC, like GME, like all of these other short squeeze stocks and gamma squeeze stocks, max pain is really important. And historically speaking, it's not always that relevant, but as of recently, it kind of has been. So the max pain is 8.5. The market makers need CLOV to close at 8.5 this week. If it closes at 9, they start losing more money. If it closes at 10, they start losing more money. If it closes at 17, they lose a lot of money because all of these go in the money and they owe you shares. Same thing with puts. So don't forget about puts. That's why the max pain isn't like 2 or something, because people are buying puts. So that's for this week. We can take a little sneak peek at next week. It's the same, 8.5. Let's hop over to September 17. It's 9. Let's hop over to October 1st. It's 8.5 again. So overall, it's just very interesting to keep track of that. Again, just documenting everything to see how it plays out. Another thing that's very interesting is dark pool data hasn't really changed much. Net short volume is still negative 1.7-ish. It was like negative 1.3 or something. I don't know. Go check my last video. But it is just moving very, very slowly. But it is still very, very active. Don't forget that. Net short volume is negative $14.801 million. That is a lot of money. It is still being heavily, heavily shorted. And we can take a look at how shorted it actually is. Sonal K. Dude, this guy is single-handedly carrying the CLOV Reddit. Literally every time I see an interesting an interesting Reddit post, I click on it and it's from Sonal K. Sonal K, if you're watching this, I love you. Anyways, official short interest in CLOV is 25%. Even after incorrectly including non-float Class B shares. However, the true short interest with failure to delivers and naked short shares is about 50%. This is extremely important. Don't forget. They are trying to pull wool over your eyes and make it seem like there is less of a short interest than there truly is. Don't fall for this nonsense. The short squeeze potential is very real and still in play. $CLOV. So overall, it's very, 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 very interesting to see how misrepresented and how confused everybody is. We trust data like Ortex, which, by the way, I just stopped using. I don't even care anymore. We look at data from Fintel. Although accurate, how can we really know? I've just taken the position of I'm going to take a look at what people are talking about. I'm going to watch the stock price very carefully. I'm going to take a look at the options chain and see where money is going. I'm going to watch the volume. I'm going to watch my position. I'm going to see what other stocks are doing. I'm going to look at the overall market. The short interest data is very interesting. I just don't know what sources to trust anymore. And when I see a post like this, it amplifies that for me, because if we all thought it was 25%, but apparently it's about 50, man, that's crazy. CLOV, see another Sonal K. CLOV has never been closer to a technical breakout. Short positions are starting to feel squeezed. Need to close above $9.11 for confirmation. Chart included. This was posted 2 hours ago. CLOV is pennies away from a technical breakout. Huge short position starting to get squeezed. And then he shows what happened historically compared to what's happening now. And it does look like it is on its way up. Now, again, I am not going to sit here, guys, and tell you guys that CLOV is going to squeeze. I am not that YouTuber. I am not going to pump something. I'm not going to get overly excited about something. I am, however, going to document all of this and showcase it and educate people on what could happen, what could not happen, what things mean and what to look for and all these things, with a hint of entertainment here and there. But this is very interesting. I've said this, we've looked at the different variations of this chart, and it is actually coming to fruition. But it's just interesting to see how this technical analysis, the 50-day moving average, the computers that trade based off of that information, all of that is coming into play. Hang tight. Let's see what happens next. Jumping into what happened today. It's pretty interesting, honestly. Let's take a look at, let's do my version of technical analysis. We got Sonal K over there with legit technical analysis. Let's do mine. I think mine's fun. So, CLOV opened up today, right? All right. Off to the races. So what it did here, it went All right, we're open. This teal line, this little line right here, this blue line, that's the previous close line. So that's what Clove closed at yesterday. But it opened and it was like, nope, we're gonna go up. And then it went up, and then it was like, wait a second, it's a little high up here, and then it started dumping a little bit. But then it broke past that previous clothesline right there, caught that support, bounced right back up. All right, you see those giant candles? That's a lot of demand, guys. So then kind of leveled out. It got used to the heights, and then it got scared again, dropped right back down. But wait, it bounced. It bounced right above that previous clothesline. It said nope, went right back up. Some bought here, some bought there. But then you get this little guy, this white candle right there, didn't really know what to do. And then dumped a little bit, shot back up a little bit, didn't know what to do again. And then 1, 2, 3, shot right back up, started skyrocketing up. Everybody got excited. Oh man, look how big this candle is. And then just, I'm sorry if this is getting annoying, guys. Bear with me here. Kind of leveled out, bounced back, dipped up, dropped back a little bit, dipped right back up. It really, really, really wanted to just burst out and get to that 9. Once it tried 1, 2, 3 times, it started to dump with a lot of volume here, then dips right back up, slowly working its way up the ladder. Look at this ladder. I don't know if that's a real technical analysis thing, but look at this. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3, level. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's just working its way up with these massive green candles up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And then it saw a 909 all-time high for today. Dipped right back down, slowly made its way back up and dipped right back down and blah, 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 blah. Then eventually found its place and just hung out a little bit. I was really happy to see that it held up. What I didn't want to see was if Clove shot back up like this, saw the 909 and dumped right back down to previous close. That would be a worst case scenario. That would have just been a fluke. But when something like this happens and it holds up through the digestion of the day, that's a good sign. That means people are excited for tomorrow. That means people are excited for the week. That means good things are coming, my friends. Now, watch this thing probably go down tomorrow. Who knows? We'll see. The options did really, really well. The September 17th, the $9 calls today went up about 50%. The $17 calls, we're still down on those, but I don't really care. We're just holding on to see what happens. And on top of all of that, on the Finery page, we just talk stocks all day. Just come hang out. Come say hello. We're just talking about Clove. We're talking about other stocks. It's a lot of fun. If you need some friends, come hang out there. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.